Hello, my dear students. Welcome you all to Sri Jaindra Rank Zone classes. I am your mentor and your friend for the subject chemistry, and I will be taking the organic chemistry. My dear students, today we are going to start with purification and characterization of organic compounds. Characterization of organic compounds. The first part we are going to discuss is purification of organic compounds, and how organic compounds they are purified from a mixture containing impurities. Purification of organic compounds. Okay, different methods are, today we learn about different methods of purification of organic compounds, and all these methods they are actually dependent on the physical state of the compound. Okay, so the methods to be employed actually depends on physical state of the compound, right? The first method we are going to discuss is crystallization. This method is based on the difference on the difference in the solubility of the organic compound, in the solubility of the organic compound and its impurities in a given solvent, and its impurities in a given solvent. Understood? The very first thing for crystallization, in the very first step of the process of crystallization, is preparation of the solution. Preparation of the solution, which includes that organic substance, they are powdered, they are crushed, is powdered, and is dissolved in the suitable solvent, and is dissolved in a suitable solvent by heating, by heating. Okay, the amount of solvent should be when should be just sufficient to dissolve, just sufficient to dissolve the whole of the solid on heating. Okay, So the organic substance is powdered, it is crushed, and it is dissolved in a given solvent, in a particular solvent we have chosen by heating. The amount of solvent should be just sufficient to dissolve the whole of the solid on heating. Okay, mean the amount of the solvent should not be very, you know, or very high, or should not be very low. Okay. Now, what kind of solvent we choose? Choice of solvent. The choice of the solvent is very important in crystallization process. Okay. The conditions of choice of solvent are: first is the organic substance should dissolve in the solvent in the solvent. Okay. Upon heating, and it should get separated on cooling. Okay. The organic substance should dissolve in the solvent, given solvent upon heating. Okay. And it should get separated on cooling. Now, the solvent should not dissolve the impurities. This is the second point. The short solvent should not dissolve the impurities. Okay. The third is solvent should not chemically react with the substance. It should not chemically react with the substance. Understood? Suppose we want to purify sugar containing an impurity of common salt. Plus common salt as impurity. We will heat the mixture by reacting it with ethanol. Ethanol is a solvent. And heat it up at 350 Kelvin. The sugar will dissolve in ethanol, but common salt remains insoluble. Does not. Understood? Now, next point is Filtration of the solution. So crystallization is the process in which a mixture containing one the substance to be separated and the other one is impurities. Okay, impurities should not dissolve in the solvent, but organic compound should be dissolved in solvent. So suppose we are taking ethanol as a solvent and we are heating a mixture of sugar and common salt. So common salt is an ionic compound, it will not dissolve in the ethanol anymore, anyhow. Okay, but sugar can dissolve at particular temperature. Okay, now is the filtration of the solution. That the saturated solution prepared, the hot saturated solution is filtered preferably through a fluted filter paper in a glass one. Okay. The use of the fluted filter paper makes the filtration rapid. The hot water funnel is heated from outside and this keeps the solution hot in the glass funnel. Okay. This will prevent the formation of crystals during filtration. Now crystallization. The hot filtration is allowed to cool slowly. Okay. And undisturbed in a beaker, undisturbed in a beaker, or in a crystallizing dish. After some time, the crystals of the pure compound are formed. Next step is drying of crystals by using hot air oven, calcium chloride. ठीक है. It is an anhydrous agent, calcium chloride. ठीक है. CaCl2 is calcium chloride, which is a dehydrating agent. Then H2SO4, which is also a dehydrating agent, used to dehydrate the crystals. Understood? Next process is sublimation. There are certain organic compounds which directly change from solid to vapor state on heating. On heating, or vice versa. Both the processes are known as what? Sublimation. Okay. The substance involved is known as what? Sublime. This method is used for separation of those solids which sublime on heating from non-volatile solids. Non-volatile solids. Okay. When solids which are volatile, they get separated from the solids which are non-volatile. Understood? The process is generally used for the purification of, example, camphor, naphthalene, naphthalene, anthracene, they all are sublime. Benzoic acid, containing non-volatile impurities are purified. Okay. Next method is distillation. This method is used for the purification of liquids. Used for the purification of liquids which boil without decomposition. Which boil without decomposition and contain non-volatile impurities. Okay, containing non-volatile impurities. The simple distillation involves its boiling point so that it is converted into vapors. In simple distillation involves its boiling point so that it can be converted into vapors. In vapors. On cooling the vapors, pure liquid is obtained. Okay? On cooling vapors, liquid is obtained. The distillate contains pure liquid while the impurities are left behind. In the distillation tank. Example, separating ether from ethyl alcohol. Okay? Now, next is fractional distillation. Which I will be starting in the next term. Till then, bye bye, take care, stay safe, stay healthy.